When you invest in homegrown talent, you can see performance like you've never seen.
You have about half here at Kitzel women. What's that mean to you?
I got into manufacturing while I was in high school in the summer. My mom worked for an aerospace company. She thought it'd be a good idea for me to work there because she wanted to deter me away from manufacturing.
What'd she do there?
She worked in the Boeing department, spot welding. So got me a job there one summer. Immediately, I loved it.
How old were you when you did that?
I was 17.
You're 17. And she did this to deter you from going into manufacturing?
Yes.
She just thought you would hate the environment?
Yeah, she said it was, dirty. You'd be doing the same job for a long time and there was no upward movement. So she was trying to encourage me to stay in school, go to college, or pick a different pathway because that's manufacturing as she knew it wasn't very attractive, wasn't a clean environment, and not somewhere she wanted her son to work.
So what was that conversation like when you were like, no, I love this?
We still have those conversations, actually.
Yeah?
Yes, and I show her pictures of, what our shop looks like and what modern shops look like and some of the careers and the earning potential. And, she's amazed, but she's very supportive as well.
Okay, so what went from you, 17-year-old intern, rebelling against your mom by liking manufacturing, and today in this beautiful facility where you're looking toward ownership and making amazing changes and doing amazing things? Fill me in on the journey. How did you get from that 17-year-old to today?
I got back into manufacturing and started at a metal stamping plant as a general laborer. I was trying it for 2 weeks. I took vacation at AutoZone to go try that and tried it, and I seen the opportunity again. There was voids of leadership. There was opportunities to help others, to help fix equipment. So I never went back to AutoZone. I stayed there, started as a general laborer, grew into doing setups, and then became a lead man of a department. Started doing production scheduling where I would release orders based on customer demand and maintaining safety stocks. And then from there, got promoted again to plant manager and tool room manager. From a young age, I had leadership ability. When I played sports, people just naturally follow. When I got into manufacturing, about that time is when I realized that I could really hone in on this and that people, not all, but a lot of people were looking for my leadership.
Did you have a vision through all of this? Were you like, here's where I want to be? Or is it just, look, step by step?
My goal, and I articulated that throughout my entire career, was that I wanted to move into an ownership seat. And whether it was in that organization or another one, that's what I was driving towards. And all along, I was leveraging my peers and any mentors that I can to learn as much as possible to position me for owning my own business one day.
And now you're at the cusp. So how did you get here?
So in January 2022, I had the opportunity to join Kitzel as a partner. What I seen was a great team with huge potential, very diverse group that was very collaborative, respectful, and a team that I was very excited to join.
What's Kitzel make?
We're a PCD and CBN industrial tooling manufacturer. PCD is short for polycrystalline diamond. It's a synthetic diamond made by taking diamond particles and pressing them with a binder. Typically, cobalt is the binder used. It's used for machining anything from aluminum wheel manufacturing, fractional horsepower motors, defense, aerospace, landing gear. So we manufacture tools that are used in the CNC machining application.
Got it. And the machines behind us, what are they doing to make those tools?
So behind us, these are EDM machines.
EDMs, right? They're like the closest we have to lightsabers, right? It's like actually like sending electricity and you're cutting really finely. Now, you told me though, these machines actually have an AI button on them.
Yes. You can utilize the AI to write programs, and it's learning the entire time, is self-learning to optimize quality, speeds, and cutting conditions. So it's monitoring the servo motors during rapid movements. The servo motors will tend to shake, and it would take a lot of programming to work that out. The machines are learning as they're running to eliminate a lot of those vibrations that may impact the quality of the tool. We have an operation where we 100% inspect each tool. So you would have an individual spending a good portion of a day inspecting tools. Now this machine has been calibrated to do those inspections more effectively and faster.
What's the philosophy around how you're making these decisions on what sorts of things to invest in?
And we're looking at areas that are very labor intensive or positions that are difficult to fill, and seeing how we can invest in technology that would help us. When we get new employees in, we show them the old way of brazing and we show them the new way, and they want to operate the machine. It's cool, it's not as labor intensive. And the other thing is it's increased our capacity. We don't have to add more people to get more work done.
These new machines, everything, what's your guess? Same number of people, how much increased capacity have you had?
About 20%.
And just in the last few years, just by putting this technology in?
Yes.
Is that something that's going to continue?
Yeah, there's other areas we're looking at investing. Some of it will give us a competitive edge. Some of it's going to make us more efficient and give us an ability to turn tools around in a shorter amount of time.
Wow. That is very cool. What do you see as the future of Kitzel?
I see a lot of opportunity to leverage technology and really become more efficient in the space that we're in. If we can grow this business, we have some young emerging leaders that are excited, and it can be life-changing for them as it was for me when I was growing at the last organization that I worked at.
You care about the people a lot. I know that that is the case through and through. Tell me about some of those folks that you've already helped or seen grow up and you've pulled them along.
Yeah, I've made a lot of friends, although I don't work with many of them. Our relationship has transitioned into something different. It's very flattering, the impact that I've been able to have in their lives, not just at work, but how it's impacted their relationships at home as well. We had a gentleman that came to us who initially didn't have a car, didn't have a way to get to work, and we assisted him with transportation. It initially started with bus passes and then small loans, and eventually he was able to purchase a vehicle, and now he's purchased a house and it's doing really good for his family, taking vacations. So it's very impactful.
So you've taken a lot of folks that have never been in manufacturing here at Kitzel and before. What's that like? You're introducing them to them. And in fact, the diversity in your workforce is actually a lot as well. And I know that that is meaningful to you as well.
And I like to say it's like a basketball team. Like, you can go out and recruit top players and maybe win, but when you invest in homegrown talent and stick with them and coach them and develop them, once you've done that and executed that, I mean, you can see performance like you've never seen. And that really excites me.
So you have about half here at Kitzel women, which is not usual for a manufacturing facility, especially doing the type of stuff that you all do here. How did you get to that, and what's that mean to you?
I'm really proud to be where we are today and have, 50%, almost 50% women on the shop floor, and it continues to grow. They're some of our top performers. We're open from 6 to 6, and we allow them to work a different schedule. We work 8-hour shifts. A lot of the women that we have retained are single moms, and they began to recruit each other. So some of them are friends and their kids go to the same daycare, and they've said, hey, you really need to come to work here. You can earn more money than what you're earning at this other place, still work full time, and have the flexibility needed to take your kids to the doctor, drop them off at daycare, and come to work at 9 o'clock. They're some of our highest performing employees.
So culture is your thing, Miguel. Tell me about why you care about culture and what it means to you.
I think it means a lot. I mean, we have a huge impact on people's lives. We spend a lot of time in the shop, probably more time than we do at home and with our families. But I believe what we do at work impacts who we bring home to our families. And that's something that I don't take lightly. So we made a lot of changes in the last 3 years, and I'm very proud of who we are today, looking back at where we were. My philosophy is grow or die, and you have to remain relevant. There's a lot of competition out there, and for us small manufacturers, we need to be swinging at the fences to keep up with some of these large manufacturers. And I like to think we do a really good job at that here.
How does manufacturing help make people's lives better?
You know, it's improved my life and the life of my family. It's been transformational. I've been able to move my family out of the inner city and my kids are going to better schools. As I grew, it opened up opportunities for other people to grow and move with me. And that's something that I really enjoy. So if we can grow this, it's a win-win for all of us and for the community.